Hi friends, welcome back to the channel. I have a little bit of a problem. So on Facebook Marketplace, let me explain before you judge. On Facebook Marketplace, there was one box of free books. And I was like, ooh, they're free. Okay, I'll take them. I can come pick them up right now. Then I made my husband and his brothers come pick them up with me. And when I got there, I got this monstrosity. I know that a lot of these books are Nora Roberts because I can see that there are a lot of Nora Roberts books. Get comfortable, get a snack, get something to drink. I made myself some iced tea. It's over there. I just ate dinner, so I probably don't need a snack yet. But, are you ready to see it? Okay. Let's try to, do this. So there's... Okay. There's all that. That's a box. There are a couple bags over there. And then another box. I'm guessing there's like 100 books here. Probably. Yeah, so we're gonna do an unboxing. I might not know a whole lot about these books. In fact, I'm going to tell you for sure that I don't know anything about these books. So, I don't know if we're going to read the back of every single book because we would be here forever if I did that. But, oh yeah, let's just get comfortable. I don't know if these are going to go on Pango or if I'm going to take them because I already have one milk crate full of books that I'm taking to Bookman's for credit. I guess we will just see. Maybe I'll put these all up on Pango. Maybe? Sure. I don't know yet. Are you ready for this? Because I'm not. I'm not ready. I'm going to try and find myself a spot. Okay. Here we go. There we are. There I am. Oh, okay. Like I said, there's a lot of Nora Roberts. I'm probably not going to know what any of these books are about, but let's just dive in. The thing about Nora Roberts books, though, they always have a picture of Nora Roberts, and like, yes, that's awesome, but then I don't know what these books are about at all. Oh! You know, this one is Midnight Bayou by Nora Roberts. I owned this for a little while. I don't remember why I didn't want it. I thought it was a murder mystery thing, so maybe it follows a detective. I don't know for sure, but we'll learn together, I guess. Then River's End by Nora Roberts. River's End. Okay, it says it's a betrayal. One woman's shattered innocence and the search for the truth. Yeah, so I'm probably not going to tell you anything about these, and maybe I'll do another video where I just kind of put them all on Goodreads. That video will be forever, though. We'll see. The Collector by Nora Roberts. I think these are all going to be... I'm just going to stop telling you who they're by because I think all of them are by Nora Roberts. We'll see. Ooh. So, as a professional house sitter and freelance writer, nothing ties Lila Emerson down. Not her work, not a home, and definitely not a relationship. She spends her life moving from one job to the next, sometimes crashing at a friend's apartment. And though she can appreciate her clients' extraordinary homes, their expensive collections, and their adorable pets, Lila has never longed for possessions of her own. Everything she has, including her heart, is portable. But then she witnesses a possible murder-suicide from her current apartment-sitting job. Life as Lila knows it takes a dramatic turn. Okay. So I think I've just decided in this moment that I'm going to put them into two separate piles. So I will figure out what they're both about. And one pile close to me is the keep pile. And I'm going to try and be super ruthless and get rid of the ones that don't sound good. So let's go back to River's End. Olivia's parents were among Hollywood's most glittering golden couples until the night the monster came. The monster who destroyed their beautiful home and took her mother away from her forever. The monster with the face of her father. Now a young woman, Olivia finds her memory of that night has faded. Her mother's grieving family spared no effort to keep Olivia safe from the publicity and sent her to grow up in the beautiful natural splendor of the Pacific Northwest. But despite the terror and the years that have passed, a part of her still yearns to recall those horrifying events, to know the truth about her childhood. It doesn't sound bad, but at the same time... Okay, well, no. I said I'm going to be ruthless. I'm not super invested in the... Oh. Yeah, I'm going to keep it. I decided. Midnight Bayou. There was something about the house that called out to Delkin. The dilated mansion on the outskirts of New Orleans, rumored to be haunted. Countless hours of labor to restore its former splendor. Perhaps that was part of the appeal, having finally purchased Manet Hall after dreaming about it for years. Delkin left his Boston law practice, traded in his briefcase for a tool belt. But as he begins to renovate, spending long days in isolation within the crumbling house, Delkin wonders whether the talk of ghosts is more than just a local legend. I'm gonna unhaul this one. I don't need that. Okay. Then there's Blue Dahlia. 3 women meet at a crossroads in their lives, each searching for new ways to grow and find in each other the courage to take chances and embrace the future. Stella has a passion for planning that keeps her from taking too many risks. But when she opens her heart to a new love, first in a new trilogy, I'm not interested at all. Alright, I'm going to tell you right now that any mass market paperbacks that I have, I am not interested in at all. I hate that format of book, so I will not be keeping those ones. I for sure will be unhauling all of them, so I'm not even going to figure out what they're about. So there's Irish Dreams, the Macad brothers, Raph and Jared. Sanctuary. That is not how you say that word. Sanctuary. I feel like that's wrong, but that is a book that at one point or another in my life I was interested in, but not that copy. Irish Hearts. Oh, okay, so this is paperback. I don't mind paperback as long as it's not that gross mass market paperback. And this one isn't. Summer Promises. Oh, okay. Get to know the Clawhound sisters. In these two reader favorite tales of first love and family ties. Courting Catherine. Catherine is determined to keep her family's estate in the family. The cost of maintaining the crumbling mansion is expensive, so when arrogant hotel mongol Trenton St. James swoops in with an offer to purchase the property and turn it into a resort, she gives in as Trent works out a deal with the Calhouns, he's taking with the family, especially feisty Cece. No nonsense. Amanda is more concerned with her endless to-do list than her aunt prediction about a man appearing in her life. You know, normally this wouldn't be my thing, but you know, it does sound okay. I'm not really a chick lit type of reader, so even though it sounds kind of cute, I don't think it's gonna be for me. Then there's True Horizon, Night Shift and Night Shadow, The Magic Circle, Gabrielle Alexander, The Royals. Oh, I don't like royalty books either. Then Perfect Harmony. Dance of the Gods. Temptation. Rebellion. And if I'm not saying who they're by, it's because they're all by Nora Roberts so far. Daring to Dream. Oh, Carolina Moon. I liked Carolina Moon back in the day, so I just don't like mass market paperback at all, ever. Alright, Happy Endings and Sheep Speak Blue. Sure. Alright. I guess we'll just go with these ones because they don't really have a place. This one is The Liar by Nora Roberts. Based on that name and that cover, I kind of want to keep it. Oh, look at those in papers. Oh! Okay, let's see. The Extraordinary... Okay. Shelby Foxworth lost her husband, then she lost her illusions. The man who took her from Tennessee to the most exclusive suburb of Philadelphia, fathered her child, and bathed her in luxury was not what he seemed. Shelby is shocked to learn after Richard Foxworth drowns in the Atlantic Ocean, he's left her in crippling debt. He had a vasectomy without telling her. He was an adulterer and a liar. as fake as the diamond he put on her finger. And when she tracks down his safe deposit box, she finds cash, a gun, and multiple IDs with Richard's picture and other men's names. Ooh. Okay. That sounds really good. I'm going to keep that one too. Okay, then there's The McGregors by Nora Roberts. This one doesn't have a back cover, so I might just, like, throw it away. Okay. Then we have Leah and Susan, the Callahan women. This is unhauled. So any mass market paperback is going to be unhauled without any knowledge. With Open Arms by Nora Roberts. Western Skies will be unhauled. Alright, now let's see. Three Falls will be unhauled. Okay. Then we have High Noon by Nora Roberts. Police Lieutenant Phoebe McNamara found her calling at an early age when a violently unstable man broke into her family's home, trapping and terrorizing them for hours. Now she's Savannah's top hostage negotiator who puts her life on the line every day to defuse power keg situations. Phoebe knows when to reach out and when to pull back and when to jump in and take action, even if it means risking everything. It's satisfying work, and sometimes those skills come in handy at home when Phoebe deals with her agoraphobic mother, still traumatized by the break-in after all these years, and her precious 7-year-old daughter, Carly. Usually this would be my thing, because, like, police lieutenant, but you know what? It sounds really good. It honestly sounds like the kind of movie I would like to watch. I'm not sure about book, but I guess we'll see. Then we have Angel Falls by Nora Roberts. I feel like I've read this before. Not this copy, but, like, it feels familiar to me. So let's figure it out. Reese Gilmore has come a long way to see the stunning view below her. As the sole survivor of a brutal crime back east, she has been on the run, desperately fighting the nightmares and panic attacks that haunt her. She settles in Angel's Fist, Wyoming, temporarily at least, and takes a job at a local diner. And now she's hiked this mountain all by herself. It was glorious, she thinks, as she peers through her binoculars at the Snake River churning below. And then she sees the man and woman on the opposite bank arguing, fighting, and suddenly he's on top of her, his hands around her throats. Heck yes! I'm gonna keep that one too. Okay. Let's go with this bag right here. I feel like most of the bags are gonna be mass market paperbacks, which make it super easy for me to say, nope, don't want, because I don't like that format of book. Oh. Rapture and Death by Nora Roberts, writing as J.D. Robb. I would like to find a couple J.D. Robb books to kind of see the difference between Nora Roberts and J.D. Robb. I know it's the same person, but, like, why two different names? I still don't know that. But this one will be unhauled because it's mass market paperback, along with Serena and Kane, Charmed Lives, Faded Romance. Then Book of Dreams, Oh Hurley Born. Two sisters come home to their dreams in and out of the spotlight. With Open Arms. O'Shirley's Return, The Gift, At Sunrise, Interlude in Death by J.D. Robb, which is Nora Roberts. Carnal Innocence will be unhauled. Public Secrets will be unhauled. From This Day, mass market paperback will be unhauled. A Little Fate, unhauled. Heart of the Sea, you guessed it, unhauled. Purity and Death by J.D. Robb. Sacred Sins by Nora Roberts. The Witness. Nora Roberts Mysteries. The Reef. A Day Away. The McGregors. The McGregor Groom. Vision in White. The McGregors again. Three Fates. Sea Swept. Not Without You. Feast the Fire. The Obsession. Winds of Change. Irish Hearts. The Last Boyfriend. The Witness. Morrigan's Cross. The McGregors, another part of the series. The Search. Holiday in Death. Considering Kate. And Raising Honor. This one's by Jill Lynn. So it's not by Nora Roberts. But those are all being unhauled. I don't read that format of book. So far we've only kept 5, which is fine. I wasn't sure how many I'd keep, but you can't beat 3. Alright, the next few are going to be more mass market paperbacks that I don't want. So there's the Selowski Sisters, 2 complete novels. Night Shield and Night Moves. Irish Hearts. Montana Sky. I do really like Montana Sky, but again, I'm not going to read it if it's in that format. Black Hills. Time and Again. The Search. I feel like some of these have been repeated. Night Shield. Hot Rocks. Entranced. Home Ports. High Noon. Blood Brothers. Truly Madly Manhattan. Home Ports. A Little Magic. Rebellion. Brazen Virtue. The Impressions, The Reef, Bright Stars, Remember When, The Hollow, The Skandowski Brothers, The Fall of Shane McCabe, which I feel like there's like the McCabe brothers, so I think that's part of that series. Then there's Jewels of the Sun, Secrets by Nightfall, the McCabe brothers, Raph and Jared. I feel like those were already in here. Okay. Summer Pleasures. Oh, and Summer Pleasures. Jewels of the Sun. Summer Shadows. The Perfect Neighbor and Divided in Death. Dance Upon the Air, The Liar, which I have a copy of The Liar I'm going to keep. The Christmas Wish, A Little Magic, Red Lily, The McGregor Brides, Bed of Roses, The McGregors, Daniel and Ian, The McGregor Grooms, Birthright and Hidden Riches, this one is The Texans' Unexpected Holiday by Julian Navarro. And then back to Nora Roberts, I think. No. Ooh, Final Screen by Lisa Jackson. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I would keep this if it was a different format, but I know myself and I won't read mass market paperbacks. Face the Fire, I hate the small print and I just don't like them. Midnight Bayou. Okay. Then we're also going to be unhauling Wild at Heart by Nora Roberts. Is it really unhauling it if I've never hauled them before? I mean, sure. We'll go with that. Okay. Then we have a couple of stacks that I might keep potentially. This one doesn't have it cover, so it's Northern Lights by Nora Roberts. For right now, I'm going to put it next to my keep pile because when I put them into Goodreads, I will see if it's one that I want to keep or not. Then we have Secrets and Sunsets, containing the timeless novels Risky Business and Mind Over Matter. Risky Business. Liz has found home and a refuge in Cozumel for the past 10 years. But everything changed when her employee and boarder was murdered and his twin brother stormed into Liz's well-ordered life with grief in his eyes and revenge in his heart. Liz refused to be sucked in by his quiet words and intense eyes. She had a life to lead, a business to run, a daughter to raise, and Jonas Sharp was an unwanted intrusion. But soon Jonas has plunged them into the shady world of drug smugglers. Ooh. And then Mind Over Matter. Aurora Fields protected her clients like a mother tigress, especially when one was her own mom. So it was going to take a lot more than charm to get her on the side with David Brady's plans. Aurora could see he was a smooth operator, used to getting what he wanted. I'm gonna unhaul this one. Part of it does sound pretty good, but okay. Then we have Midnight Sun by Trish Cook. This is a young adult romance that I am not interested in at all, so I'm not hauling. Then we have Hideaway by Nora Roberts. I feel like this is one of her newer ones, like 2022, I want to say, but I'm gonna figure that out. Not that it really matters. Okay, 2020. I did hear a lot of buzz about it in like 2022 or 2021. But let's see what it's about. Ooh, a family ranch in Big Sur country and a legacy of Hollywood royalty. Oh. Caitlin came from a long line of Hollywood royalty, stretching back to her Irish great-grandfather. At 9, she was already a star, yet still an innocent kid who loved to play hide-and-seek with her cousins at the family home in Big Sur. You know, there are reasons that I probably wouldn't like this book, but I'm going to give this one a shot. It's going to be a little outside my comfort zone. But it sounds pretty good. Then there's Cheapsake Blue, the new Cheapsake Bay novel. So it's part of a series. I'm gonna unhaul it. I don't know how many are in that series, nor do I care. But there is Dark Witch, Book 1 of the Cousins O'Dearly trilogy. Let's see. Ooh, this is large print. Dark Witch. Iona grew up craving divination and acceptance from her grandmother. She learned where to find both. County Mayo, Ireland. Now I'm going to unhaul this one, The Witch, as well. Okay, then we have River's End, which I feel like I already have. Let's see which copy I want to keep. Because I would. Okay. So I'm just seeing which one's in better condition. I think I'm gonna unhaul the smaller one. And I'll keep the big paperback. I mean the big hardback. Okay. Then we are back to mass market paperbacks with the Cohen women being unhauled. Oh, I'm a liar. There's 2 more in this stack that we need to go through. So there's Come Sundown, which, if I'm being honest with you, I did own this. And there's like 2 storylines in here, and one was really, really good. And the other one was like not good. So I lost interest. But you know what? I'm gonna keep it since it came back in my life for a reason. Okay. Then we have Julia's Hope by Lashea Kelly. I'm gonna unhaul it. I don't know what it's about. Don't need to. Okay. See, this is a normal paperback, not a mass market. I do like normal paperbacks. So this is By My Side, containing the classic novels From This Day and Temptation. So, from this day, when B.J. Clark, manager at the Lakeside Inn, met the new owner, Taylor Reynolds, she was fully prepared to dislike him. She feared, and with good reason, that he planned to transform her lovely, sleepy old hotel into a resort for jet setters. But when sparks flew between them, BJ soon finds herself torn between professional antagonism and her growing attraction to the man she had sworn to despise, and temptation. Socialite Eden Carlberg didn't expect running a girls' camp to be easy, but she never thought she'd literally be run up an apple tree by the little monsters. Nor did she think she'd come crashing down into the capable arms of orchard owner Chase Elliott. You know, that sounds really cute, and I can definitely relate to temptation. Like, I'm a teacher, but I still feel like I'm a newbie, and sometimes a struggling teacher. But it's like, they can't run you up an apple tree or up in your cabinets and you're like inside the cabinet rocking back and forth just waiting for the day to end. I've never done that, but like, it's real. It's a real struggle. So that one does sound pretty good. Okay. Then we have The Next Always, book 1 of the In Boonesboro trilogy by Nora Roberts. Okay, some of you are going to be real mad about this, but you see these nasty deckled edges? I won't keep a book if it has nasty deckled edges. Which actually reminds me, this was one of my own books, but it has nasty deckled edges too. So I'm also going to get rid of Nothing to See Here by Kevin Wilson. I don't like deckled edges. I will not read a book with deckled edges. I know, I'm just picky, okay? I'm just so picky. Alright, The Perfect Hope, book 3 of the In Boonesboro trilogy, but again, it has deckled edges, so it's gone. Alright, these are more mass market paperbacks, so I'm just gonna get rid of them. Winner Takes All, and if I don't say an author's name, it's because they're all Nora Roberts. Finding Forever, Tributes, The Next Always, Summer Shadows, True Horizons, The Search, Truly Madly Manhattan, Perfect Harmony, Black Rose, and Reflections and Dreams are all being unhauled because they're mass market paperbacks. Okay, that's all the mass markets that I see. Oh, that's not true. This is my last one that I see right off the bat. Western Skies. So now we're just kind of going into random books that are not mass market, so I might keep them. We'll see. There is High Noon by Nora Roberts. So this is a nice paperback copy, Oh, the spine is already cracked. I know some of y'all are not gonna like that, but I love that. Police Lieutenant Phoebe found her calling at an early age. You know what? I already have a copy. So I'm gonna haul High Noon as well. Not because I'm not interested, but because I already have a hardback copy. I don't need more than one copy. Nora Roberts' Vision in White, Book 1 in the Bride Quartet. After years of throwing make-believe weddings in the backyard, flowers, photography, desserts, and details are what these women do best. A guaranteed perfect, beautiful day full of memories to last the rest of their life. With bridal magazine covers to her credit, Mackenzie Mack Elliott is at most at home behind the camera. You know what? I'm gonna keep this one. This one sounds cute. It's like a romance, but it takes place at or around a bunch of weddings. So this one is this nasty. So it's got the deckled edges, so I don't want it. It's Heart of the Sea, Book 3 of the Gallaghers of a Dorm trilogy. Okay. Oh, this is the middle grade book. So I'll take this to my classroom. This is I Funny, a middle school story by James Patterson and Chris Rabenstein. Who funny? Who funny? Your friends funny? Your family funny? Your dog funny? Nobody funny at your house. Read I Funny. This book funny, really, really funny. I don't know how I like the grammar though. You know, I'll put it in my library for now. Okay. Then we are back to some mass market paperbacks that I'm going to be unhauling. So there's Cross My Heart by James Patterson. Alex Cross Run by James Patterson. Don't Blink by James Patterson and Howard Rogan. And Howard Rogan. It's his name. Alright. Then Cross My Heart by James Patterson again. This one's not mass market paperback though, but it is a detective story, and I'm just not into detective stories. That's okay. Alright. These are not mass market paperbacks, so we will go through all of these to see if I want to keep any. So, Home Sweet Murder, True Crime Thrillers by James Patterson. Home Sweet Murder, lawyer Leo Fisher and his wife Sue are a 61-year-old couple enjoying a quiet Sunday dinner at home until a man in a suit rings their front door claiming to be an SEC agent. By the end of the evening, 2 people will be shot, stabbed, and tortured, and 2 others will fare worse. Murder on the Run, the middle-aged housekeeper found dead with a knife in her throat, was bad. But the little boy was worse. Oh. So it is a detective. Okay, so it's 2 detective novels in here. They're only like 100 pages each. So there's Home Sweet Murder and Murder on the Run. You know, I'm gonna try this. It's not exactly my go-to, but I am gonna give it a shot, because why not? I got it for free. The Murder House by David Ellis and James Patterson. This house will cost you your life. It has an oceanfront view, a private beach, and a deadly secret that won't stay buried. Number 7 Ocean Drive is a multi-million-dollar beachfront estate in the Hamptons, but its beautiful Gothic exterior hides a grisly history. It was the scene of a series of unsolved murders. Abandoned and rumored to be cursed, it's known as the Murder House, and locals keep their distance. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna keep that too. Then we have Black Rose, book 2 of In the Garden trilogy by Nora Roberts, but it has deckled edges, so I'm gonna unhaul that. Another book with deckled edges is Dark Witch. Then Christmas with You by Nora Roberts also has deckled edges. I don't like deckled edges at all. This one is nice. It doesn't have deckled edges. It's not a mass market paperback. And the writing is kind of small in here, but it's not a mass market paperback. So, let's see. Rave reviews. I don't care about the rave reviews if I don't know what this book is about. So let's see. Shelter in Place. Part 1. Innocence Lost. No accusations of guilt can compensate the loss of that solid inward comfort of mind which is the sure companion of innocence and virtue, nor can it in the least balance the evil of that horror and anxiety which in their room guilt introduces into our thoughts. I'm going to keep this one on the side, so we have a couple of them that I still want to research a little to see if I want to keep them or not. Ooh, Dictionary. That is so wrong. You know what? I'm going to take a small break and get a drink and figure out how to say this word. Because it sounds so wrong in my head. Okay. So I still can't pronounce this name right. It's called like Sanctuary. Nope. Sanctuary. Nope. I can't say it, okay? But it basically just means like safe haven. Kinda. I did read the back. It's got like haunted house vibes and like a girl grew up in this haunted, well, now it's haunted 20 years later, 30 years later. And this photographer named Joe is getting these parts of a picture. It's like very close up, and when she finally gets all the pieces of the puzzle, it's her mom, naked, beautiful, and dead. Now Joe must return to the island and to her bitterly estranged family, and with the help of one man learn the truth about her tragic path. But Sanctuary may be the most dangerous place of all. That sounds amazing, so I'm gonna keep it. Then we have chicken soup for the grandma soul. I'm gonna unhaul this one. I don't need it. Okay. This one has deckled edges, so Stars of Fortune by Nora Roberts is going bye-bye. Then this one has deckled edges as well. It's The Last Boyfriend by Nora Roberts. So it'll be unhauled. Then I have Genuine Lies by Nora Roberts. That is a beautiful cover. I have to admit, there's no deckled edges, which is perfect for me. Eve is the kind of subject who could make any biographer's career. Last of the movie goddesses, she has 2 Oscars, 4 ex-husbands, and a legion of lovers, both famous and infamous. Now she's ready to write a tell-all memoir that has even Hollywood's richest and most powerful worried. Julia Summers never dreamed of being chosen to tell Eve's story. So, you know, it gives me... I was going to say Addie LaRue vibes, but it does not give me Addie LaRue vibes. It gives me... I'm trying to figure out when this was published. It gives me that Taylor Jenkins Reid book vibes. The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. Oh, but this was from 1991, so this one clearly came first. I will give that one a shot because I thought The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, I didn't love that book, but I can see why other people did and the potential that it had. So let's see if that's any good. Okay. We have James Patterson, Fifth Horseman. I feel like this is the 5th in a series. And I feel like... Oh. The Women's Murder Club faces an unspeakable horror in this irresistible hospital and courtroom thriller. You know, I'm gonna unhaul this one because I'm not 100% sure on it. I think it's the 5th in the series, and I'm just not that invested. Then we have The Jester by Andrew Cross and James Patterson. Every 1,000 years or so, a great adventurer comes along. Hugh de Luc, a poor innkeeper, returns home from the First Crusade from battle and disillusioned by carnage. After journeying from the Holy Land back to his own small village, he finds his nightmare is just beginning. In his absence, Hugh's son has been killed and his beloved wife, Sophie, abducted by a ruthless duke. Okay, that doesn't sound terrible, but I'm not really into the whole, like, duke and, like, things like that. Those are not my type of books, so I will unhaul that one, too. Cheers. Alright. Then we have Duets by Nora Roberts. 2 memorable stories, The Name of the Game, and Once More with Feeling. The Name of the Game. Joanna Patterson didn't give her trust or her heart easily. Certainly not to a man who lived in the public eye. So why was Sam Weaver suddenly playing a starring role in her dreams? The irritating man had a way of slipping past all her defenses and coaxing her into his arms. But Joanna had learned her lesson the hard way and was certain she could resist this man's charms. couldn't she? Okay, then the second book is Once More with Feeling. When Brandon walked out on her 5 years ago, Reven Williams had been devastated. Now here he was offering her the professional opportunity of a lifetime, an offer she couldn't refuse, despite the undeniable heat between them. Raven vowed that once burned, twice shy, cool, collected, she was going to be an icy professional. But when sparks start flying, it's hard not to melt. Okay, those are cute. Those sound adorable. I'm gonna keep that. A Twisted. I mean, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 14 so far, and I still have this box and that box left. Okay, that's not too bad. I'm probably gonna keep the rest. Well, we'll see. There's Triple Homicide by James Patterson. Oh. 3 shocking thrillers in one book. So there's Detective Cross and Alex Cross story. An anonymous caller is promised to set off deadly bombs in DC. Ooh. Okay. The Medical Examiner, a woman's murder club story. A woman checks into a hotel room and entertains a man who is not her husband. A shooter blows away the lover and wounds the millionairess, leaving her for dead. Wounds the millionairess, leaving her for dead. Is it the perfect case for the woman murder club? And manhunts. Someone attacked the Thanksgiving Day parade directly in front of Michael Bennett and his family. The television news called it holiday terror. No, I'm not on it. I don't like detective stuff, so I'm gonna be true to myself. Okay. Then we have Honeymoon by James Patterson and Howard Rogan. 2005 International Thriller of the Year. Already named International Thriller of the Year by Book of the Month Club. All writers have a book that they know is their best book ever. Welcome to James Patterson's Honeymoon. How does it feel to be desired by every man and imbibed by every woman? Wonderful. This is the life Nora Sinclair has dreamed about, the life she's worked hard for, the life she will never regret. You've been asked before, don't tell anyone the ending. Okay, so it's a FBI story. I'm gonna unhaul it. I don't like FBI stories. Alright. Okay, so here's what's happening. I have Vision in White, which is the first in the quartet, and then I have Happily Ever After, which is book 4 in this quartet. If I can find the other 2, then I will keep all 4 of them. If I don't find the other 2 in this monstrosity of books, then I'm gonna unhaul them. Because I don't need the first and the 4th book. If I have the whole set, then that may be worth it. So it will be worth it. Then we have Remember When. So this is okay. Remember When. In part 1, Nora Roberts introduces us to Lane Travis, known to the folks in Angels Gap, Maryland, as the proprietor of Remember When, an antique treasure and gift shop. They have no idea she used to be Elaine O'Hare, daughter of the notorious conman Big Jack O'Hare, or that she grew up moving from place to place, one step ahead of the law, but Lane's past just caught up with her. Her long-lost uncle has visited her shop, leaving a cryptic warning before dying in the street, run down by a car. Soon after, Lane's home is ransacked. Now it's up to her and an enigmatic stranger named Max to find out who's chasing her and why. The answer lies in a hidden fountain, in a hidden fortune. A fortune that will change Lane's life. In part 2, J.D. Robb takes us to New York in 2059 and puts Detective Lieutenant Eve Dallas on the case. The treasure that Lane and Max sought has never been fully recovered, and now someone else is pursuing the missing gem. Someone who's willing to kill for them. You know, I'm gonna keep it. I know, I was surprised too. Okay. This one has deckled edges, so I will be getting rid of Sea Swept by Nora Roberts. I have, this is a nice big floppy paperback of Hideaway, but I have a hardback. So let me kind of see which one's in better condition. I hate that though. The cover is not all the way. You know, I'm gonna keep the hardback of Hideaway. And yeah, and get rid of the paperback. Okay, this next stack is mass market paperback, so I'm just unhauling them. The Private School Murders, Confessions, The Private School Murders by James Patterson. Run for Your Life by James Patterson and Michael Bennett. Tick Tock by James Patterson and Michael Bennett. Worst Case and Private Down Under by James Patterson and Michael White. Michael Bennett. Okay. Those are all being unhauled. Then we have Nora Roberts, Daring to Dream, Holding the Dream, and Finding the Dream, 3 in 1. Okay, I don't normally like that. This giant volume of Nora Roberts' Complete Dream Trilogy is a wonderfully romantic read about 3 young women on the sometimes rocky road to love. In Daring to Dream, Margot wins fame and fortune as a glamorous model. But when her name is linked to a drug scandal, she loses everything. Back home, Margot falls in love with a childhood friend, but he suspects she's as guilty as the tabloids say. In Holding the Dream, beautiful, ambitious Kate is moving up the corporate ladder. You know, no. I'm gonna unhaul that. It almost sold me. I'm gonna be honest with you. Then I have Salvation in Death by J.D. Robb. In the year 2060, cutting-edge investigative tools can help it catch a killer. At the most solemn moment of a Catholic funeral mass, the priest brings the chalice to his lips. Seconds later, he is dead. For the mourners packed into the pews, Father Miguel's sudden demise is an unimaginable shock when Detective Lieutenant Eve Dallas confirms the wine contained potassium cyanide. Ooh. Hold up. Let me see if this is the same person. Eve Dallas. Okay. I don't want to get into a series of like detective, plus it's futuristic, so it's kind of sci-fi, and I wasn't 100% sold on it. So Salvation in Death and Remember When are going to be unfold. Alright. The Fifth Horseman by James Patterson. Again, I think this is... Yeah, The Woman's Murder Club is the series. I'm not... That's not for me. Then Merry Christmas, Alex Cross by James Patterson is also going to be unhauled. Then there's Tonight and Always by Nora Roberts. A story of misplaced exceptions and unexpected passion. For a change of pace, renewed anthropologist Casey Wyatt takes a job working for best-selling author Jordan Taylor, who needs help researching his latest novel about the Plains Indians. Upon arriving at Jordan's impressive Palm Springs estate, Cassie finds all the trappings of the family, but none of the warmth. Jordan's forbidden mother is immediately suspicious of her, while Jordan's shy and serious orphan niece represses her curiosity, and Jordan himself is an expert at hiding his emotions. That sounds cute. You know, I'm going to keep that one. When the Wind Blows by James Patterson. Franny O'Neill is a young and talented vet living in Colorado, plagued by the mysterious murder of her husband, David, a local doctor. Franny throws herself into her work. It's not long before another bizarre murder occurs and Kit Harrison, a troubled and unconventional FBI agent, arrives on her doorstep. Late one night near the woods of her animal hospital, Franny stumbles upon a strange, astonishing phenomenon that will change the course of her life. Her name is Max. With breathtaking energy, 11-year-old Max leads Franny and Kit to uncover one of the most diabolical and inhumane plots of modern science. When the Wind Blows is a unique story as has ever been told, filled with suspense and passion. This is by far James Patterson's best book to date. 1998. You know, I'm pretty sure I did this video where I went through each year of my life to see if I have a favorite, and I'm 90% sure I don't have one for 1998. So for that reason, I'm going to keep this. Alright, then we have Bullseye by James Patterson, a Detective Michael Bennett thriller on Hall. Crossfire, Alex Cross Gets Married. I'm gonna unhaul that one too. I don't think I'm interested in the Alex Cross series. First Love by James Patterson. We thought we could run away from the world, a mad adventure across the country. We thought we could escape time, and for a while, we did. It's a love story. What? Okay. Axie Moore is a good girl. She studies hard, stays out of the spotlight, and doesn't tell anyone that she really wants to run away from it all. The only person she can confide in is her best friend Robinson, with whom she also happens to be madly in love. When Axie invites Robinson to come with her on an unplanned cross-country road trip, she breaks the rules for the first time in her life, but the adventure quickly turns from carefree to out of control. A remarkably moving tale with its origins in James Patterson's own past. Is it I'm gonna unhaul First Love by James Patterson. I think it's like a young adult book, and I'm just not into young adult anymore. Daniel X by James Patterson and Adam Sadler. The Alien Hunter is Playing with Fire. No, thank you. Not for me. So I'm going to unhaul that one. Okay, that box is over. So we only have one box left, but I'm not going to lift it because it's heavy and I'm pretty sure it's breaking. So I might just take some books out and do a little bit at a time. I hope I find the other two in this quartet because it sounds really cute. Okay. I might move it. Okay. Okay. So the first stack of books are going to be mass market paperbacks, so I'm not interested at all. Inner Harbor by Nora Roberts. True Betrayals by Nora Roberts. Only You, Private Scandals, and The McGruggers, Daniel and Ian by Nora Roberts. Then we have Untamed by Nora Roberts, Nightshade and Night Smoke by Nora Roberts, Mysteries by Nora Roberts, Nora Roberts Treasures, Considering Kate by Nora Roberts, Table for Two by Nora Roberts. Now we're kind of getting to other stuff that is not mass market paperback, so we'll go through these. There's 2 classic Standalowski stories, Falling for Rachel and Convincing Alex by Nora Roberts. Okay, so it's a family saga series. Falling for Rachel. Landlocked in Manhattan, rugged seaman Zach needed a tough, no-nonsense lawyer to save his kid brother's delinquent hide. Public defender Rachel was not what he had in mind until he discovered there was a lot more to the beautiful, cool-headed attorney than met the eye, and found himself falling for her hook, line, and sinker. Convincing Alex. When Alex mistakenly arrested daring, bold soap opera writer Bess for soliciting, she decided the sexy detective was absolutely perfect for her research and for herself. Now all she has to do is convince him she was right. Oh, books 5 and 6 in the Stilowski series. So I'll keep it near me, but if I don't find the first books, then I'm not gonna keep it. Ooh, okay, Rules of Play by Nora Roberts. I actually own this book. Somewhere. Oh, you know what? It's up there. I own this book, but I like this copy better. So I'm going to switch out copies. So I'm going to keep this one and unhaul my copy, because my copy is like more like a mass market paperback. So that's a win. Then there's Devin and Shane, the McCade brothers. I'm not interested. I'm just going to unhaul it. Ooh, okay. This one is nice, deckled edges. So, Homeport by Nora Roberts will also be unhauled because I don't like deckled edges, if you couldn't tell. Okay, another deckled edge is Daring to Dream. The Dream Trilogy Part 1. I'm going to unhaul it because deckled edges. I'm going to unhaul Finding the Dream by Nora Roberts because mass market paperback. Then Bed of Roses will be oh, this is book 2 of the Bride Quartet. Now, oof. I'll keep it for now, but I really hate deckled edges. I absolutely hate them. Okay, I'm also going to be keeping Homeport and Daring to Dream, even though they have deckled edges. Oh, I don't know. We'll come back to those. We'll circle back around. There's The Eighth Confession by James Patterson. That one's going to be unhauled. Not interested. Blood Brothers by Nora Roberts. This is, Caleb can never forget what happened at the Pagan Stone 21 years ago, and neither can Hawkins. For every 7 years in July, the locals do unspeakable things, and they don't remember them. I'm gonna unhaul that one. I also don't like large print books. I know, I'm just picky, okay? Okay. Love by Design by Nora Roberts. Loving Jack. Somehow your own fictional brooding hero had turned up in person right under her own roof, and now all romance writer Jack had to do was convince stubborn Nathan that happily ever after began at home. Best laid plans. She was the sexiest thing in a hard hat that architect Cody had ever seen. But structural engineer Ibra also had a will as strong as a steel getter and just about as flexible. But Cody had plans for a Reba that not even just spirited beauty could resist. Ooh. Historical romance. I'll keep it here with my deckled edges books, even though they don't have deckled edges. But like, oh, that one is waiting for the rest of the series too. Okay. Let's see these two. There's A Stranger's Watching by Mary Higgins Clark and The Cradle Will Fall by Mary Higgins Clark. I'm gonna unhaul these two. I don't know what I got myself into, but this is a lot of books. Okay. Then there's The Summer of Sunshine and Margaret by Suzanne Mallory. The Baxter sisters have only ever had each other until one fateful summer when Sunshine and Margaret turned disastrous luck into destiny. Etiquette coach Margaret Baxter knows precisely how to manage wayward clients until she comes face to face with Bianca, an aging movie star notorious for her shock and awe tactics. Schooling Bianca on the fine art of behaving like a diplomat's wife is the greatest challenge of Margaret's career. I'm gonna keep it. I know that it goes against everything I think I like in books, but it does sound kind of cute. So, I'm gonna try it. Okay. Then I have two audiobooks. There's Nora Roberts' CD collection and Nora Roberts Year 1. I'm gonna be unhauling those. I don't have a CD player. That's not true, I do, but I don't want to. Okay. If I do audiobooks, it's like a digital format. Okay, Nora Roberts Duets. The Name of the Game. Joanna didn't give her trust or her heart easily, certainly not to a man. Oh. And one more with Feeling. I've seen this book today. Oh. Okay. That's because these are the same book. So, I was going to keep a copy. I am going to keep a copy, but which one? Okay, this one is in better condition. So I'm going to keep that one and unhaul that one. Okay, then we have Nora Roberts, Taming Natasha, and Luring a Lady. Taming Natasha. The first time single father Spence set eyes on Natasha, he was floored by her exotic beauty. But the former ballet dancer turned toy shop owner had a fiery temperament that kept men safely at bay. Sensing a hidden wound, Spence and his little girl joined forces to find a way into her heart. handling a lady. Nothing in Sydney's background of wealth and privilege prepared her to take the helm of the family's corporation, and her new responsibilities left no room for complications. Oh, Sandowski. Okay. So it's part of this series. So this is number 3, 4, 5, 6. So if I find one that has 1 and 2, then I'm going to keep that whole series. Okay. I will be unhauling The Cowboy Sacrifice by Dianca Favorite. Yeah, I'm going to be unhauling that. I'm also going to be unhauling Heaven and Earth by Nora Roberts and The Other Side by J.D. Robb. Okay. Then I have Cordina's Royal Family by Nora Roberts. Ooh, okay, so this is like 3 stories about a royal family. A fair royale recently kidnapped Princess Gabriella has amnesia, but in the arms of bodyguard Rave, she finds a passion that's unforgettable. Command performance. Though His Royal Highness Alexander is destined to rule Quindora, it's regal and exclusive Eve Hamilton who rules his heart. The Playboy Prince. Why is reserved Hannah so intriguing to dedicated ladies' man Prince Bennett? No, it's about royal families. I'm gonna unhaul it. Then Raph and Jared, the McCade brothers, will be unhauled. Then Summer Dreams by Nora Roberts. Oh, this has 2 books in it. Also, Dead Image, Lane Booth DeWitt's cruel ex-wife in his semi-autobiographical film is the chance of a lifetime for actor Ariel. Not only is it a giant boom for her career, but she gets to work with the screenwriter himself. Since getting to know him, Ariel can't get that aloof, sexy Booth out of her mind. Okay, and then Untamed. The circus is no place for a lawyer, but that's exactly where Keen Prescott finds himself as the new owner of his late father's circus. Keen has no interest in the big top until he meets Jovelette Wilder. She has a special bond with his dad, but has made it clear she wants Keen to leave her and her circus alone. Yet Joe's impossible to resist. Okay, those sound cute. I'm gonna keep I'm gonna keep that. Alright, we have like half a box left. We're almost there. Alright. This one has 3. This Suspicious, containing 3 classic novels, partners The Art of Deception and Night Moves. Okay. Partners. He had wanted Laurel for years, though professionally she was his nemesis, but once the 2 rival reporters headed down to steamy New Orleans to investigate a murder, Matt Bates was determined to make his lovely adversary his willing partner. The Art of Deception. Supposedly had come to her father's estate looking for respite, but was handsome Adam Haynes the man he pretended to be, or was Kirby in danger of falling hard for a stranger? And Night Moves. The small town offered peace to the widowed Maggie, but when Sexy Cliff unearthed a skeleton in her backyard, she found herself playing detective with him. Those sound cute. I'm gonna keep those too. I wasn't supposed to keep any of these, but oh well. Ooh, okay. This one does have deckled edges, but maybe I can get past them if the books are good enough. So this is Holding the Dream, which is the second in the Dream series. This is Daring to Dream. So if I can find the third one, then I'll keep all of these, even though they have deckled edges, and I'm not a fan. Not a fan. Did I mention I don't like deckled edges? Key of Knowledge. Okay. So Key of Knowledge is the second in the series. So Dina has always found her greatest passion in books. Ooh. Okay. I'm gonna keep this one if I can find the whole series. But then I have Vision in White. I already have a different copy of this book that I like better. Then there's Happily Ever After, which I already have a different copy that I like. There's Dark Witch. It has these edges, deckled edges. Then there's Key of Light, which is the first in the Key of Knowledge, or the Key series. So if I find the third one, I might keep it. Then there's Savor the Moment, book 3 in the Bread Quartet. Ooh, okay. So I found that whole quartet. So I'm gonna keep it. And then Finding the Dream. Oh, this is the third in the Dream Quartet. Or the Dream Trilogy. So we have Daring to Dream, Holding the Dream, and Finding the Dream. So I have that whole series, so we will be keeping that one. Oh! The Glass Castle by Jeanette Walls. This is a memoir. The Glass Castle is a remarkable memoir of resilience and redemption, and a revolutionary look into a family at once deeply dysfunctional. When sober, Jeanette's brilliant and charismatic dad captured his childhood imagination, teaching them psychics, geology, and how to embrace life fearlessly. When he drank, he was the dishonest and destructive. Her mother was a fury spirit who abhorred the idea of domesticity and didn't want the responsibility of raising a family. You know what? I will keep that. Alright, so then we have Forever by Nora Roberts, which contains Rules of the Game and The Heart's Victory. Rules of the Game is Park Jones was insufferable with an ego to match. Unfortunately, he was brilliant and her client's spokesman. Problem, double trouble if she admitted her intense attraction. That sure wasn't going to happen, but Parks had other plans. The Heart's Victory, when a young woman to do when she comes face to face with the man who broke her heart years ago and realizes she still has a case of unrequited lust for him. Ignore him, of course, but it wasn't easy for Cynthia Fox to keep her true feelings for Lance Matthews at bay, and she wondered what it would take for him to see her best friend's kid sisters a whole new light. Oh, okay, I'm gonna keep him. I'm gonna keep it. Reflections and Dreams, featuring characters from Considering Kate. No, I'm not gonna read a whole series. She said as she found like 2 full series. Yeah, but not part of a series. Okay. Then we have Carnal Innocence by Nora Roberts. Burned out and still reeling from a love affair gone bad, world-class violinist Caroline goes to grandparents' home in Innocence, Mississippi for some much-needed rest and relaxation. Instead, she finds herself overwhelmed. Ooh! Innocence is being stalked by its very own serial killer. Yeah. If you can tell, I'm gonna keep that one. Okay. There's 4 Friends by Robin Carr. I'm gonna unhaul it. I'm gonna keep Secrets of the Tulip Sisters by Suzanne Mallory. It sounds cute. Sorry that I stopped reading them to you. I'm just getting tired, if I'm being honest. Holy heck, look at that. That's huge. Okay, less than 750 pages, but that's a mammoth. Called, that's because there's a whole trilogy in here. So this is Irish Born, includes the complete trilogy Born in Fire, Born in Ice, and Born in Shame. Born in Fire, Maggie is a complex woman and a talented glass artist. One man, gallery owner Rogan, has seen the soul in her art and vows to help her build a career. Born in Ice, the Ice Winners leave Brianna's bed and breakfast quiet, but this year she's expecting an unusual guest, American mystery writer. Ooh. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna keep this trilogy too. Okay, so I kept a few books here, and we have Evening Stars, a Blackberry Island novel. I'm gonna unhaul it. Like I said, I don't want a series. She said as she kept like 4 series. River's End. I already have a copy and this one has deckled edges, so I don't want it. Then there's Lith Images and Song of the West by Nora Roberts. Lith Images Mod Magazine is one of New York's premier fashion glossaries, and Hillary has just been contacted as one of their models. Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna keep it because it doesn't sound bad. Nora Roberts, Mysterious. This magic moment, search for love and the right path. Okay, I'm gonna unhaul these mysteries. Then Public Secrets by Nora Roberts, of course. Ooh, okay, Public Secrets by Nora Roberts. I'm gonna keep it. Sounds good. Ooh, Sanctuary. I have a better copy, so I'm gonna unhaul that one. Then we have Hidden Riches. I'll keep Hidden Riches. No, yeah, I'll keep Hidden Riches for now. I'm gonna keep Carolina Moon because I read it when I was younger and I think I liked it. Then there's Cheapskate Blue. I will not be reading that, so I'm gonna unhaul it. And then, okay, we have our last 4 books. The first one is Captivated and Entranced by Nora Roberts. I'm gonna unhaul that. Then we have Born O'Hurley by Nora Roberts, which has 2 books in it. Chances and Where the Heart Is. They both contain 2 novels, but I actually own the other novels in different books. So this one is A Will and a Way, and this one is Her Mother's Keeper, but I want to keep both of them for those reasons. I have these left, and I gotta see if I have the whole, I don't have the whole Key trilogy. Okay, I know I said I wasn't gonna do this unless I had the entire series, but I changed my mind. I did change my mind. I'm gonna keep Key of Light and Key of Knowledge because that's books 1 and 2, and if I like them I'll get the 3rd book in the trilogy. So I actually kept quite a few books. What's this one? I'm gonna get rid of Love by Design. I'm also not going to keep Homeport. I am going to, I don't know, I'm pretty overwhelmed by all these books. I know you can't see it, but I'm going to show you. Okay, I'm gonna show you. I can't really tell where mine begin, but I'm gonna try. Hi friends! So the earlier part of this vlog you saw actually happen like a week or two ago, and we went through all of those like Nora Roberts books, and I kept some of them, but in general I just unhauled that whole lot of books. And then I went book shopping and got some more books. So this is going to be like a little bit of what I got, what I traded those books for. If I sound a little bit nasally and congested, I'm sorry. I haven't been feeling too good. But I wanted to finish this so that hopefully I can get almost finished Veda. I think I missed 5 days total. If I get video every single day for the rest of the year, for the rest of the month. So I'm going to try really hard. I might have missed like a week total, but I've only missed 5 days so far. So I'm just going to quickly go through the books that I got. Honestly, I was in a thriller mood, so I bought a ton of thrillers. I'll start with the 2 books that aren't thrillers. The first one is Always Be My Duchess by Amelia Howard. I'm trying to read some historical romances because I don't like historical fiction, but I love romance, so I just kind of want to see if I like historical romance or not. I think once I collect enough, you know, like 3 to 5 historical romance books, I might do a reading vlog where all I read is historical romance books, and we can see if that's something that I like or not. Then I found a nonfiction called Maybe You Should Talk to Someone by Lori Goldberg. I don't know how to say her last name. But it's a therapist, her therapist, and our lives revealed. So it's a nonfiction about therapy. I want to read it around the same time that I read How My Therapist and a Circle of Friends Saved My Life. What's it called? Group. It's called Group. I want to read those 2 at the same time or near each other. The rest are thrillers, so I'm probably not going to give you much of a synopsis, just that they're thrillers. There's The House Guest by Hank Philippi Ryan. It says A Twisted Tale. After every divorce, one spouse gets all the friends. What does the other one get? If you're smart, they get the benefits. Alyssa has been dumped by her wealthy, manipulative husband, and now she's terrified that her toxic soon-to-be ex is scheming to ruin her, leaving her penniless and alone. You Shouldn't Have Come Here by Genevieve Rose. I've heard a lot of really good things about this author, so I just wanted to read something by this author, to be honest with you. It says, Grace, an overworked New Yorker looking for a total escape from her busy life, books an Airbnb on a ranch in the middle of Wyoming. When she arrives at the getaway, she's pleased to find that the owner is a handsome man by the name of Calvin, and he's eager to introduce her to his easygoing way of life. But there are things Grace discovers that she's not too pleased about. Okay. Then we have The Housekeeper by Natalie Berlelli, along with Missing Molly by the same author. Her whole life is a lie. So this follows this woman named Molly who was kidnapped when she was like 2 and she doesn't remember it. But now she's kind of finding out that her family is not really her family. And The Housekeeper is like a maid type thriller, and I think I got a couple of these because I would also really like to do a reading vlog where I read a bunch of thrillers that have to do with like a maid or a housekeeper, because I read The Maid by Nita Prose and I didn't really like it, so I want to see if it was just like the style of writing or whatever that I didn't like, or if I just don't like that trope. Then there's The Daughter of Fox Cow Manor by Eve Chase. 3 generations, 2 summers, 1 explosive secret. When the Harrington family discovers an abandoned baby deep in the woods, they decide to keep her a secret and raise her as their own. And that's all that I know. Then there's The Twisted Thread by Charlotte Bacon. Privacy is Deadly. Oh, so this follows this woman named Claire who is found dead in her dorm room, and this can like what happened to her. Then again, The Housemaid by Frida McFadden, so another housewife maid type story. like I said, I want to do a reading vlog, so I need to get enough books to actually do that reading vlog. Then there's Someone Out There by Catherine Hunt. Someone is watching you, they want you gone for good. So this follows this woman who is being stalked, and stalking is a buzzword for me when it comes to the books I read. Okay, let me go grab the other books because they're actually on my September TBR. Spoiler alert. Oh. So the last two books that I got were Don't Wake Up by Liz Lawler and What Happened That Night by Sandra Block. So what happened that night, she doesn't remember that night, but she will never be the same. Delilah, this Harvard student, is assaulted at this party, and she can't remember being assaulted. She just remembers waking up and feeling off. So there's that one. And then Don't Wake Up is about this doctor named Alex who wakes up and finds that her she's attached to an IV, restrained, and she doesn't know what's going on or anything. So I'm not entirely sure. Oh, okay. So she's been attacked as well. The nightmare starts when she opens her eyes. So I'm not entirely sure what this one's about. I think she's been attacked and she wakes up either in the hospital or during the attack. But that is what I got for all those books that I got credit for. To be honest with you, I also got my husband a couple of books and other things, so that wasn't everything I got, but that's everything for me. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you're new around here. Bye!